And this must be pretty exciting for you, this call-up and the potential here to make an NHL debut tonight.
Yeah, no, obviously it's a dream come true, but no, I'll just be ready for tonight.
And what is it sort of? What do you kind of think about like when you hear that you're going to be making your NHL debut and all the things that you've worked on just to get to this point?
Yeah, I mean, all the sacrifice that my parents did when I was young, obviously they're the biggest impact for me, and all the work that I put the last couple of years worked out pretty good.
And then kind of exciting that you're jumping right into a very big rivalry game here.
Yeah, exactly. I played a preseason game there, and last year I went to one of their game in playoff. So obviously it's going to be special tonight, but yeah, like you said, it's going to be a battle, and can't wait to play tonight.
Now, do you have family that are? I mean, I know you're not far from here, so have you had family be able to come down and see this?
Yeah, obviously I was waiting to see if I was on the lineup, but as soon as I saw the screen, I text them, and they're on their way. So I got my parents are coming, my sisters, a couple friends, so it's going to be a special night.
And what does that mean to you that they're jumping in the car and coming down?
Oh, obviously it's special. I called my dad this morning. He was working, and he told me that he told his boss that he might skip the day today. So it was pretty funny.
And for those of our fans who don't know what your game is like, how would you sort of describe who you are as a player and what you can bring to a lineup?
I'm a power forward. I always work 100%. I'm really good on the forecheck, and I think that's the thing I want to establish tonight, and just play the same way that I was playing in Utica. Obviously, it was a tough start, but we turned the things around, and we were pretty good the last couple of games, and that's what I want to bring here.
Did you play with Mike at all? Like, were you on a line at all, Hardman? No,
No,
so
no,
nothing.
not really.
Okay.
But we had a. I told him before today we had one shift with each other this season, and he made a nice pass. I just missed the net, so I told him that tonight I'm gonna hit the net.
Mike, obviously a tough start to the season down in Utica, but this is the team that had really turned things around in the last couple. What has the challenge been like down there right now?
I mean, I just feel like there were some close games in that losing streak, but once we got our first one, it just kind of came together, and it's been a lot of fun on that 5-game winning streak that we've been on.
And for you to get this call up here now, what do you think is how you establish yourself down there that you're that next man up?
I just feel like just playing my game of physical. I was able to play with some really good players down there, and that helped me out. And but yeah, just trying to be physical and just trying to chip in whenever I can, scoring wise. And but yeah, we were able to, kind of, win some games there, and one thing led to another, and I'm just really excited to be here.
And kind of nice to jump into a huge rivalry game. I mean, it's not, every day you jump into that.
Yeah, I mean, MSG is really cool rink. I've played there once with Chicago, and it was just a packed house and really fun to play in that game. So just really excited to be here and be playing tonight.
Obviously you've had the taste of the NHL before, but it's been more than a season. So I'm assuming it's still a pretty special feeling when you get back here.
Absolutely. I mean, last year, like you were saying, I was in the minors the whole year, and I just think this call-up's a little extra special. Just kind of just working hard and not really knowing when I was going to get the next opportunity. And when I got that call yesterday, it was really exciting calling my parents, and just really excited for this opportunity.
They coming over from Massachusetts for the game?
No, they're not. They were actually we just played in Providence, so I had like 30 family members there, and it was pretty cool getting to see everybody. And then when I called them yesterday, they were pretty excited, but I feel like wish they had a little bit more extra time to maybe come. But I mean, they'll be watching, so it'll be good to talk to them after the game. But yeah, they're really excited.
Yeah, obviously in Utica you were on like a top line role. Here it's going to be a little bit different. Does that change at all what you have to focus on in terms of how you play?
No, I feel like I've been through this situation before. It's been nice to be in the AHL and play big minutes, but when you come up here, you have to do a job and play that fourth line role where it's obviously playing low minutes, but I did it in Chicago, and you just got to go out there and just do a job, play physical, and get pucks in, and just try to help the boys get a win.
Patch, obviously, you grew up in the area. I know your mom has said, you guys grew up Rangers fan. What is it like for you to sort of be a part of this rivalry for the first time, and what kind of goes through your head?
It's cool. Really cool for sure. Yeah, grew up watching Rangers Devils series and all the rivalries and playoff series versus them. So to be a part of it, never thought I would, to be honest. So I'm just happy to be here, and I know I'll enjoy it.
Are your family coming at all? I know it's sort of like a weird thing, but like I know it's a big thing for them too.
Yeah, no, actually, I don't think they're coming. Thankfully, it's probably better, so they stay home. So yeah.
We talked about it a little bit at the end of last game, but what's the most important mental side of locking in at the beginning of the game? Because Sheldon has really, talked a lot about how it just hasn't been there for you guys.
Yeah, I don't know. I just I think just really valuing the start of games is important for us. Whether it's throwing a hit or just simplifying our game, maybe just getting the puck deep and maybe grinding them in a forecheck or whatever it is. But I think we all know to a man we have to be better at the start of the game, and hopefully we can do that tonight.
Points are obviously points, but even points aside, it seemed like the last few games, like you feel like you found your rhythm of when you can jump in and feeling more comfortable about when you can jump in offensively right now?
Yeah. Sheldon's been encouraging us to join the rush and provide honestly more offense. So I've never been the biggest point guy, but I've never been shy of it either. So yeah, just it's also just feeling Luke out. We're getting more comfortable with each other, and I trust him that if I jump in, he'll be back, and if he jumps in, I'll be back. So I think it'll just continue to grow.
Obviously, like, there are analytics for everything, but one of them is that you and Luke have like the best gap in the NHL right now. What is it about this partnership that has allowed you guys to just feel each other out so well and get comfortable like that?
Just trusting each other. I think since day one, our thing as a pair was to be aggressive no matter what. You're gonna get beat sometimes. Honestly, like that first goal, the guy got to step on me, but. If we're going to get beat, we're going to get beat with aggression and not being passive. And Luke's such a good skater. There's no need for him to ever be passive. I mean, he's got so much talent, and obviously it's showing now, right? Like how good he's been defensively with his stick. So, we just got to continue to do that.
So we talked after the Carolina game, and you said it was your longest drought that you've had points-wise. And then you get 2 assists. Are you not planning on turning into the next Dougie Hamilton?
No. There's always next year, right?
Sheldon, this is the first opportunity to go against the Rangers as part of a rivalry. Is there an excitement as a coach to sort of enter a new rivalry here?
Yeah, I'm excited to be on the inside of it. Haven't experienced it. I think obviously there's a good group of our team that is very aware of it. I'm certainly excited for that. And we kind of closed one divisional rivalry with Washington in the regular season, and we get to open one here tonight.
2 call-ups today, Nathan and Mike. What do you kind of expect from them, and what do you know about them, maybe talking to staff in Utica or just from your own experience?
Yeah, well, from my viewings, I watch Utica play as much as I can, and I've liked what I've seen from those guys. But more importantly, those that have been watching, and whether it's the coaching staff in Utica or Fitzy and his staff that that watch Utica closely, they believe that they're both playing very well. Utica has really found their footing and is rolling as a team, and these guys have been a big part of that. So obviously, with having 3 forwards out for us, it creates opportunities, and we've given whether it's Foot and Bowers a chance. Now it's an opportunity to give a couple other guys a look. And in terms of what we like about them, I just think there's some pace and physicality to their game, some heaviness. Both are bigger, stronger guys, and I've got a good enough skill set to hang on to pucks and spend some time in the offensive zone. So it's good to have them in.
How's Thomas doing? Is he still just day-to-day kind of thing?
Yeah, he's day-to-day. He's certainly improving. I'd be very surprised if he wasn't available for our next game later in the week.
Thank you.
You've said previously that you watch Utica games, and I'm not sure that every coach watches a lot of the AHL team. They're informed of what's going on there, but why do you watch so many games? And I assume you did it in Toronto too with the Marlies.
Yeah, I think it's important. I mean, these guys are part of our organization. You never know when you're going to need them. So it's a mix of this season here, but also just bigger picture. You're keeping an eye on your prospects that are down there, and especially for me as the new guy here, I'm still learning as much as I can about everyone in our entire operation. So I like to see it, and in Toronto I did watch quite a bit. Sometimes it's getting the video on your computer and breaking it down and looking at it closer. Sometimes it's just if the schedule allows and they're playing while we're preparing for a game, we'll have it up on our TV and just have a look, during some downtime before our games begin. So I think it's important there. Talk to the coaching staff down there regularly too, and communicate with them. And Megan Duggan as well, who's always on top of it with our prospects. My job, of course, is to get the NHL team here ready and prepared to play on the daily. But you also have to utilize any downtime you have to be as informed as possible for what might come next.
They don't take a lot of penalties. They've only allowed 9 goals while shorthanded. Power play for the Devils a key weapon. But where does the 5-on-5 play come in here? I guess it doesn't take that many penalties. May not let you use that weaponry as much as you would like.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you're going to get your power plays, you got to make good on them. But your 5-on-5 game really is where it's at. You want to get your power play to be as efficient as possible, and it certainly has been that for us, and has helped us win a lot of games. But our 5-on-5 game's got to continue to improve, especially our 5-on-5 offense, which to me really has. That's the one positive that comes out of last week. I think we made some real gains in our offensive zone play and some of our process and how we scored goals. That's what you expect. And the game the other night was kind of a funny one with a lot of the 4-on-4s and penalty kills the way that they went. And some games you're not going to get any power plays. You got to find ways to win. Whatever circumstances might be.
Where were some of those areas you said the process in scoring goals? Like what stood out to you?
I just think we've been way more purposeful in going to the net, making life a little more uncomfortable for the goaltenders that we're facing. No secret, we've been shut out a few times here, and in November, and I think a big part of that was just us, allowing goaltenders to get a little too comfortable in their game, and we needed to be way more aggressive and around the net, both in guys without the puck to go there and make it hard on them, but also guys with the puck to bring it there and get to better spaces and take better shots. So that's been a big emphasis. But I think if you look at our goals, both 5-on-5 and it's transferred to the power play as well, our play in around the net has been really good.
You mentioned, taking a couple looks at guys up and down, but the one guy who has stayed since coming up is Justin Dowling. What has he provided for you as like a stabilizing fourth-line center since the Lazar injury?
Yeah, great question. I think he's done a good job for us. He's consistently been solid for me. I know at times we haven't played him a lot, and the fourth line at times has been harder to get out on the ice with regularity. But what he's brought is just consistency. I think when he has been out there, he's done his job. It's good to see him get rewarded with, tipping one in the other night. But he's forechecked well. Defensively, he's done a nice job. And he's just a pro. He goes about his business every single day. Very low maintenance. And guys like having him around. So to that end, I think he's come in and done a real nice job for us, and been happy with him, no question.
Philosophically, for you, like organizationally, I know with the AHL veteran limit, it's hard, but how important is it to have a few guys like that in your organization that can go up and down, but have played 100 games in the NHL, been around for 10, 15 years as a pro?
Yeah, I think it's vital. It's something that in my time in Toronto, we did have always a presence like that. Whether it's somebody that can come up and down, or someone that's just leading the way, and is if you're calling up younger guys that don't have that level of experience, and when they're going up and down, you got somebody who's in the minors that can talk them through it and help them through it. And they've been through the up and down, and some of the instability that comes with that. I think these guys are really important in the organization. So it happens we're needing him a lot right now in our NHL roster. But even when he was down in Utica, those guys have great value there as well.
Going back to the Detroit game, obviously the team had a little bit of unfinished business with Rasmussen going back to that first meeting with Detroit. Coming into tonight, looking back at this team's last meeting with the Rangers, there were a lot of emotions in that last game. As a coach, is that something that you like, seeing the team coming into games with emotion? And do you have to find a balance in being able to manage it as well going into tonight?
I think you always have to manage it. A game like the other night in Detroit, my message to the group was like, use your emotion and channel it in the right way, and that it's less about settling a score or doing anything like that. It's more about let's be competitive in the game. Let's be hyper aware in terms of our detail and our structure and our focus. So, I think that's what's really important. I think you go into a rivalry like the Rangers. I think there's natural emotion and intensity and call it importance in the game as much as you can get that in game 28. I think that you need to channel that in the right way and just be focused on your detail and do your job.